What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our big NCAA basketball show starring Maxwell Smart. He starts out with 3 p.m. Eastern action, and he closes up at 8:30 p.m. with Florida State, Georgia Tech. 9 games on the card and some big marquee matchups. He's got the big Clemson game, Clemson, Virginia Tech. He's got the Illinois-Minnesota game on his card. He's got some exciting stuff. If you want to check out the entire show, hit the link on the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively at odds.com. We move on to 7 p.m. Eastern action. Another marquee spot on the card. Minnesota Golden Gophers in action. 6-0, making their Big Ten season debut here. At number 13, Illinois fighting Illini. 4-2, 0-0 in the Big Ten. State Farm Center, Champaign, Illinois. Let's see what we are being offered here at FanDuel. You can get Illinois as 7.5-point favorites. That comes with minus 118 of juice, and the total at 149.5. We'll line shop as soon as we hear where Max is leaning. Minnesota's won 6 straight. They're coming off a 90-61 beatdown of Kansas City. 7-foot junior center Liam Robbins scored a career-high 27 points, grabbed 9 rebounds. The Golden Gophers are outscoring opponents by 15.2 points per game, but they haven't faced the competition that this Illinois squad has faced. They're coming off a very difficult 2-game road trip that saw them win at Duke 83-68 and lose at Missouri 81-78. They're hitting 53.8% of their field goals, getting great distribution to the tune of 16.7 assists per game. This is a very dangerous 4-2 squad. Max, Golden Gophers fighting Illini. Take it away.
Yeah, listen, Jim. When the Gophers play the Illini tomorrow, they're going to be playing a very angry team. Let's be frank. If Io doesn't pour in 36 points, that 3-point attempt that was absolutely ridiculous at the end of the game to try and tie it isn't even happening. So tip my hat to him, even though he couldn't have a little more on-court IQ. But this is an Illinois team that now you're going into a Big Ten game. This is what matters. You got to win that Big Ten championship this year. That's what they want to bring home to the campus. And I think that with this Illini team, they got to own the glass against Minnesota. DeMonte Williams has got to be able to be that junkyard dog that is going to grab you and crash the glass every possession. Andre Curbelo, what he's done driving to the rim and getting key buckets in key situations, you can tell that Coach Underwood is trusting this kid, and he's working his way into that Andres Feliz role that is heavily needed to be filled, because in the Missouri game, if you have Andres Feliz still in the lineup, I guarantee that you don't lose that game. But there definitely is a talent shift in personnel. You're seeing Benish Halivili. Okay, never mind. I butchered that name so bad. We'll just call him Georgie. Georgie's coming off the bench, and all he did against Missouri was freaking get 3 fouls real fast. So you do have some depth issues with this Illinois team. I think that the main matchup obviously is going to be Kofi Cockburn against Liam Robbins. And Liam Robbins, you're going up against him at a time where he finally busted out of his cocoon to the likes of 27 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 blocks. The Drake transfer definitely is going to have his hands full, but I do think that he's going to be up to task. I think that with this Minnesota team, you definitely want to find out what the status of Brandon Johnson is and what his injury to his ankle is, and if he's going to suit it up. I really like the addition of both Gok, the Utah transfer, to the starting lineup. Really good length and size, plays all the way back and forth. And obviously, this is a big step-up game. This is a big step-up game for Minnesota, 100%. They've only really played Boston College, and that's been the toughest team that they've really had to deal with. They had a little bit of trouble with Loyola Marymount. They had a little trouble with North Dakota State, I think, or it was North Dakota. I can't remember which one. But they got a guy from Toronto, Ontario, Jim. He's a baller. His name's Marcus Carr. And Marcus Carr's going off and keeping this game close enough that we can freaking get a good freaking number on Minnesota. With Marcus Carr, this is a killer instinct scorer. The fact that he pulled his name out of the draft and came back for another year was a godsend to little Patino. He probably had to send him some pretty high quality strippers to get him to come back to school. But being a good Canadian, he's a team player. I think that this is the game that they cannot shut him down. And I think that he goes off and leads Minnesota to not to a win, but to not lose by more than 8 points. So give me Minnesota.
All right. You can have Minnesota plus 7.5 at -104 or plus 8 at -110.
I'll take the +8, please.
+8 -110. That's available at both Circa and Bet365. When you begun that breakdown, I thought you were going to move on Illinois, but it is the Golden Gophers that Max is taking +8. When is it 6 straight?
Yeah, listen, Jim, I think that Illinois may come out angry, but I think that Minnesota will adjust. This is a more talented Minnesota team from a scoring perspective that doesn't have to rely on Gabe Kauscher. So Marcus Carr, if he puts up 30 plus, Minnesota may lose the game, but they're probably not losing the game by more than 2 buckets.
I like it. Max is in business.